Among the Magwanda and Bapedi peoples of Africa, the master of the initiation addresses the boys to be initiated in these words: "Until now, you have been in the darkness of childhood. You were like women, and you knew nothing." All pre-modern and traditional societies have accorded the greatest significance to rites of passage, whose purpose is to initiate boys into manhood. A rite of passage is led by the male elders of the community, and it is obligatory for all adolescent boys. A boy who tries to evade a rite of passage, or who fails to complete it, is shunned, ridiculed, and in some cases exiled from the community. Despite local variations, cross-culturally the stages of a rite of passage are remarkably similar. In this chapter, we examine the various stages that constitute a rite of passage. As a warning, some of the stages may appear unnecessarily cruel or violent. However, our ancestors realized that difficult and painful trials are required for a boy to break free from his regressive desires to remain dependent on the mother. The woundings that occur during initiations can be rejected as brutal, but I would argue that greater brutality results when there are no ordeals of meaning, wrote Michael Meade, or as the psychologist James Hollis observed. Thus we see why our ancestors had such powerful rites of passage. They knew all too well the regressive power of the psyche, the longing for the safety and satiety of the mother. The first stage of a rite of passage is separation from the mother. Without any warning, and often in the dead of night, the male elders, dressed as gods or demons, kidnap the boy from his home and take him to a secret place in the forest or bush. The following day the elders inform the mother that the boy has been devoured by a demonic divinity, and that while there is a chance he will be brought back to life, he will no longer be the same. Never again will he be her child. The mother is therefore told to mourn the death of her son. Regarding this stage of separation from the mother, the renowned historian of religion Mircea Eliade writes, "What we have is a break, sometimes quite a violent break, with the world of childhood, which is at once the maternal and female world and the child's state of irresponsibility and happiness, of ignorance and asexuality. For the first time the boys feel religious fear and terror, for they are told beforehand that they will be captured and killed by divine beings. They are torn from their blissful childhood unconsciousness." This is the introduction to our second video in our 6-part series on the psychology of the man-child. In this series, we combine psychology and mythology to explore the forces that prevent men from cultivating independent manhood. Access the series, which consists of over 2 hours of content, by joining our membership at academyofideas.com/members. Anyone interested in masculine psychology will find this course enlightening and helpful.